Hello, welcome to Studio BAM Pilates. Today, I know I'm in and out of the light here. Today it is October 6th. It's Thursday. It's a mat roller balance class. It's also just a half-hour class. One thing off the top, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I do have a little, I'm supporting a nonprofit organization called Core Compassion Project, which supplies garments and services to people who are going through treatment of breast cancer and post-treatment. The link will be in my Pilates Geek Instagram, or you can also just go to Studio BAM Pilates on YouTube. And there will be a little video there if you want to watch the video, and then there's a link to donate. And no pressure though. But as we start class, always please take care of yourself. If you have any injuries or limitations, I'll provide some options and variations that hopefully work for you. If they don't, place them to the side, bring in your own favorite options or variations. If that doesn't work, take a break, take a stretch, do a different movement, even outside the exercises that I'm offering up. So main goal, you're in charge, you take care of yourself. I'm just moving my mat a little bit out of the way, and then we'll get started. We'll get started standing. If you're joining me earlier in the week, I explained a little more in detail some of the exercises that we'll be doing. I think I'm just gonna kind of push through just because it's a half-hour class. All right, so you're gonna go ahead and just start standing functional parallel position with your feet underneath your pelvis, something that's comfortable for you, ears, shoulders, hips, knees, ankles, and up and down line. Yeah, just relax the arms down by the side. And then on the inhale, shrug the shoulders up to the ears, no shoulder shrug, and then exhale, slide them down the back of the body. Inhale the shoulders up to the ears, and exhale, slide them down. Inhaling the shoulders up, exhale, slide them down. One more time, inhale the shoulders up, exhale, slide them down. Shoulder rolls, drawing the shoulders back, up, from forward. And back up, running forward, and back up, running forward, back up, running forward. Now keep the arms long, swing the arms back, up and around. The size circle for you, back, up and around, is any amount for you. So yours might be larger than mine, yours might be smaller. Wherever you go is fine, you're just getting some movement in the shoulder girdle. Last time in this direction, drop the arms down by your side. Let's reverse those shoulder circles. Shoulders forward, up, back and around. 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 Now keep the arms long, swing the arms forward, up, back and around. Again, the size circle is going to be up to you. We're just trying to get some movement in the shoulder girdle and just warming up a little bit. And then just drop the arms down to your side. All right, from here, keep the narrow position of your feet, but comfortable. Just bend the knees and straighten. So it's like I'm going up and down a column. I'm surrounded by a cylinder, and I only have so much room to go up and down. You can think about an elevator shaft. So I'm not tucking my pelvis under or arcing it back. So I'm just trying to find just a knee bend. And the knee bend is not going to be very big. Mine's not that big. Yeah. And I'm focusing on keeping my feet connected to the floor. So I'm not letting my heels rise up. Yeah. And then I want you to take your hands. You're going to place them right at the bottom ribs. To give us a little bit of a guide to where I want you to go. Just fold right at the hands there and come right back up. Do that again and just fold back up. And then can you do that without using your hands? Just fold. So it's going to be just upper torso and up, and then fold and up. Now, as your knee bend in this parallel position, I want you to do that same fold and come up. So it might feel a little bit bigger as you fold because you're bending your knees. So I'm still keeping I'll use my hands here. So that's just where I'm going, right? And just because I bend the knees, it seems like it's a little bit bigger, just because I'm getting closer to the floor. All right, I want you to do that again, but you're gonna add a forward arm circle. So you bend, as you straighten up, reach the arms up and back. And again, bend, drop the torso, reach the arms up and back. So I'm folding the torso and bending the knees. And as I stand up, circle the arms up, back and around. One more time, fold, bend the knees, reach up and around. So from here, I also want you to open up your legs here a little bit. Turn out position, not your super wide, it's just something that you can find a little knee bend. And then I do want you to find that little knee bend. So it's not going to be a full squat, but I just want you to knee bend and stand up. You'll have more range of motion here because the external rotation of the legs allows the knees to go outward, and there's a little bit more range of motion here. So if it feels bigger, it probably is, but I don't want it too big yet. Again, you're going to fold in the torso, and you do that one more time like this, folding the torso. And we'll do that same swinging arms forward. So fold, swing the arms up, back and around. And I just let my arms drop down to the center here, up, back and around, and up. Back and around, last one here. Back and around, and let's go ahead and place the hands on the hips, still with this widest stance, not your widest, but ISH, widest. Go ahead and press your pelvis one side and the other side. So just notice that I'm letting my pelvis move. My thigh bones will move with my pelvis a little bit. That's fine. Those just help accentuate a little release stretch that we'll be doing here. So press your hips, go to that right side, drop that right arm, reach your arm up and over. Come right back up, press the hips to the left, drop the left arm, reach your arm up and over, scoop the belly, inhale right back up, press the hips to the right. And just pressing your hips, you get a little bit more, possibly inner thigh stretch to the opposite side of where you're pressing your hips to. So if I press my hips to the left, reach up and over, I get a little bit more inner top thigh of my right thigh. One more time, side, press the hips to the right, reach your arm up, getting a little inner stretch with the top left inner thigh. And last one here, tip, reach. Yeah, and just as an illustration, if I didn't tip my hips and do that side bend, it's fine. It just changes the angle a little bit. So you might get a little bit more side body action. Let's go ahead and bring ourselves down onto the mat. So I'm gonna bring the my mat in. I'm setting up my set, my studio. Maybe you'll need to do the same. And you're gonna place your roller down lengthwise and you're gonna lie down on the roller. I'm just gonna adjust my camera here so you can see me a little bit clearer, hopefully. My equipment's really showcased today, at least the edges of my equipment, I don't know why. All right, so lengthwise, head, tail fully supported. Yeah, knees bent, feet flat. Yeah, arms just drop down to the mat by your side. So thigh bone distance apart, heels in line with the sits bones, feet pointing straight ahead. Functional parallel position with the feet and legs. Center back the pelvis, it's connected to the roller. Yeah, center back the tailbone. Back bottom, two ribs connected to the roller as well. So you're just trying to establish a relative neutral spine. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're just trying to find a relative natural curve, wherever that is today. Could change from day to day. And then find a weight into the feet, big toe, pinky toe, heel connection. So you're standing in that tripod-like action or cueing or imagery into your feet. So you stand strong there. Now just to take inventory of where the weight of the hands might fall. It might be thumb, pinky, center of the palm. Yeah, you're just taking note. You're not trying to change anything. In fact, one side might feel different than the other. Now, I do want you to find the weight to the center back of the skull. So the chin isn't pointing up towards the ceiling too much, nor down towards the chest. So just establishing this relative natural curve of the back of the neck. And before we start to get moving on the roller, can you just relax your throat, forehead, jaw, and shoulders. Yeah. Now take a deep inhale in here. Exhale, float both arms up towards the ceiling. Let's go ahead and rotate your palms to face inward. On the exhale, this right arm's going to open up to the side. Try not to let the legs and torso move too much. Inhale that arm right back up. Exhale, left arm opens up to the side. So the arm will become parallel to ground. The temptation to let my knees go to the right, right? So I want to keep everything in the center the best I can. Come back to center. There will be micro movements here. It's fine. The right arm opens up and bring it back up. And then left arm opens up. Bring it back up. Now you're just going to do both arms opening up. You've only got two. You're going to open and up and open and up. Pause. Rotate your palms to face forward. On the exhale, drop the ribs, scoot the belly. Send this right arm back behind you. Keep the ribs dropping down. Inhale the arm right back up. Exhale, drop the ribs, scoot the belly. Left arm reaches back. Inhale back up. And exhale, right arm reaches back. Ribs drop. Inhale back up. I'm going to exhale, left arm reaches back, ribs are dropping. Then inhale right back up. From here, you'll reach both arms back. We only got two here. We've done a little bit of arm movement already. Bring the arms right back up. And sending both arms back. Yeah. And then inhale right back up. Pause. Reach the arms forward and down onto the mat by your side. You can leave your arms onto the mat if you feel like that's good for you. Or you can connect your elbows and just flip the forearms off the mat. Some of us might feel like we don't have enough arm length to do this. Leave the arms down. Some of us might feel not stable enough to flip the forearms up. That's okay. It's just an extra option if you like. It doesn't have to happen, right? So take a deep inhale in here. Exhale, scoot the belly, draw the right leg to tabletop. Inhale to hold it, and exhale, place the foot back down. Inhale in here. Exhale, left leg floats up, tabletop. Inhale to hold. And then exhale, place the foot back down. Inhale in here, exhale, right leg floats up, standing strong. Yeah. Inhale to hold, exhale, place the foot back down. Inhale in here, exhale, left leg floats up, tabletop. Inhale to hold, and exhale, place the foot back down. Now take a deep inhale here, exhale, draw the right leg to tabletop. You're gonna leave the right leg there. Inhale in here, exhale, left leg floats up to meet the right leg. So both legs are up. Yeah. From here, moving from your thighs without bending your knees anymore. Exhale, reach the right toe down toward the mat. Hinging from your thigh bone. Inhale, right back up. Exhale, left toe taps down. Inhale, right back up. Exhale, right toe taps. Inhale up. Exhale, left toe taps. Inhale up. Pause here. You can keep with pointed feet if that works for you. Otherwise, you can try flexing your feet. Now, right heel taps down, which means it has to travel a little bit further. Bring it right back up. Exhale, left heel taps down. Bring it back up. Right heel taps and up. And then left heel taps and up. Pause. Now from here, exhale, extremely rotate legs. So knees open up to side of the rims, keeping my heels together. Opposite action of that, knees go together, lower legs separate. So we're rotating from the thighs. Exhale, extremely rotate the legs. Inhale, internally rotate legs. Exhale, extremely rotate legs. Inhale, internally rotate legs. Bring your legs back to tabletop, keep the feet flexed. Exhale, extend both legs up towards the ceiling, reaching the heels up. Bring the legs back to tabletop. And when you extend your legs, let's go ahead and extend any amount for you. So the softness behind the knee might be there for you. That's fine. Exhale, extend both legs up. And back to tabletop, last one. Exhale, extend both legs up. Back to tabletop, pause, place your right foot back down first, followed by the left, and then both arms can come forward and down from that. All right, from here, I'm gonna stick with legs for a moment just to get us familiar with this. And I'm gonna use the leg that's closest to the camera today. So I'm gonna lengthen out my left leg, right? So it's on the mat, the other knee is bent. I'm just gonna lift this leg up and down, up and down. So that's the pattern we're gonna do in a moment. Go ahead and bend the knee. Let's do the other side. So that'll be my right leg. I'm gonna go up and down, all the way down, and then up and down, just to get us familiar with that. Go ahead and bend the knee. Now, keeping both knees bent, feet flat, interlace your fingers, place the palms behind the skull, point the elbow slightly forward. Take a deep inhale in here. Exhale, you'll nod the head, round the spine up, abdominal curl. Inhale to hold it. Exhale, coming right back down. Inhale in here, exhale again, nod the head, round the spine up, abdominal curl. Inhale in here, exhale, coming right back down. Inhale in here, exhale again, nod the head, round the spine up, abdominal curl. Inhale to hold, exhale, coming right back down. Inhale in here, exhale again, nod the head, round the spine up, abdominal curl. Inhale to hold, exhale, coming right back down. Moving on, take a deep inhale in here. Exhale, nod the head, round the spine up, abdominal curl. Pause. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, turn the torso towards the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, turn the torso towards the left. Might be small. Inhale back to center. Turn the torso towards the right. Try to keep those legs stable. And center. Turn the torso towards the left. Yeah. And center. Pause here. Round up 1 more inch, and then round yourself right back down. So what I want you to do is keep your right hand behind the skull. Release the left hand onto the mat. Yeah. So this is going to help you bounce a little bit. Now the left leg's gonna reach out, just like what we did before. You're gonna reach the leg out and just leave it down on the mat. You're gonna flip that leg up. You can also come up to your abdominal curl and you're gonna twist towards that leg. This left arm is gonna help support you so you don't come off the roller. From here, exhale, come up, twist armpit towards that knee, and coming right back down towards the leg. Armpit towards leg as you twist and come up. And back down, 2 more times. Armpit, and back down, it's a little rocky rolling. Yeah, coming up. Back down. Once you're all the way down, bend the knee, place the foot down, release the other hand so that right arm is onto the ground, left hand behind the skull, the right leg is long, so it starts on the mat. The heel, for me, is on the mat. From here, I'm gonna lift that leg up, lift the torso up, twist, use that right arm to help balance and come back down. And coming right up, armpit towards that leg, and back down. Good news, it's only a short set. 2 more times, coming up, and down, last one here, and up. And down. Go ahead and bend the knee, place the foot back down. Both arms down. If you need to shake anything out, good time to do it. But from here, I'm going to go ahead and float both arms up towards the ceiling. All right, so we're going to do a little bit less bounce. Still going to bounce. We're just not going to do, when I say less bounce, let me clarify, less choreography and balance today. All right, so take a deep inhale in here. Exhale, float the right leg to a tabletop position. So that could be just a heel lift, maybe a couple toe taps. Remember, save yourself enough the exercise. Place the foot back down. One side always feels a little bit different than the other. Exhale, left leg floats up. Yeah, this is my more challenging side. And then place the foot back down. Exhale, right leg floats up. The side usually is like bam here. And then place the foot back down. Now, so I'm giving you a little extra time to find your balance. Exhale, left leg floats up. and then place the foot back down. You got this one more time. This is all we're doing. Exhale, right leg floats up. And some of us are like, this is all we're doing. This is enough. Trust me, I know. On the other side, I'm like, and place the foot back down, especially today for whatever reason. Right leg floats up. Sorry, left leg floats up, right leg is down. Just make sure you're alternating sides. All of a sudden now this is super stable. Place the foot back down, which the other 2 times was not. Go ahead and place both arms back onto the mat. All right, from here, moving through the pelvis and lower spine, small range of motion. Exhale, sink the belly, tilt the viewbone into the lower back towards the mat. Some of us will connect to the mat, some of us will, to the roller. Some of us will connect to the roller. Some of us will get close. Some of us will feel far away. Just trying to find a curl. Release it back down to initial position. So whatever curl you have, you find you're not trying to force anything. Exhale, just sink the belly, tilt the viewbone. Find your curl that works for you, but find it hopefully from the abdominals and initiating it. Inhale in here, exhale, release it back down. So I'm not trying to use my glutes or my hamstrings or my quads yet. Exhale, sink, imprint. Those will come later. There's nothing wrong with activating them. Trying to make the main focus my abdominals if I can. Release it back down. Last one here. Exhale, sink, imprint, pause. So you can hold that curl, engage your glutes, start to peel the tailbone away from the roller, float yourself up to your bridge, opening up your hips. Exhale, coming right back down. Finding that neutral position. Inhale in here, exhale, sink, curl, floating yourself up. Yeah. Inhale in here, exhale, coming right back down, rolling through. Back down to neutral. Inhale in here, exhale again, sink the belly, tilt the viewbone, floating yourself up. Yeah. Inhale in here, exhale, coming right back down, and then finding neutral. Pause. And then from here, you're just going to go ahead and rock back and forth. Head goes one way, hips go the other way. So you're just giving yourself a little massage. Yeah. This could be a smaller bit, so you might open up the arms a little bit, getting a little bit bigger back surface area of the body. You lift one arm and one leg up, right? As you look to that side where the arms and legs are lifting up, get a little bit more shoulder blade glute. So whatever works for you. And then you can find yourself back to that center line. Pause. You know, roll up to one side of the roller, coming back down, and just place the roller to the side for a moment. We'll come back to in a second. Hug the knees into your chest. So as I've been teaching these classes, I've noticed I've neglected other variations of abdominals. So I'm going to start to bring them in, right? Usually just because of time, right? But there's no reason why you can't mix it up a little bit, right? So let's go ahead. If your knees are into your chest, bring them there if they're not already there. Place your hands behind the thighs. This is not unusual to what we do during the week. So you're going to try to keep your lower legs relaxed and folded. The knuckles connect to the calves relatively. That just helps you from kicking out their lower legs. Just a little extra cue. You're not trying to smash your knuckles. You're just trying to keep them lightly connected. Deep inhale in here, exhale. Knob ahead. Send the thigh bones away. Start to roll yourself up to your seated position. Feet flat, pushing your arms forward. Inhale in here, exhale, scoop, curl around yourself down, rolling through. Now hands can go behind the thighs. You can walk down one hand at a time, like lungs of a ladder if that works for you. Draw the knees into the chest, hands behind the thighs. Some of us might be like, oh my God, how do I get up? Yeah. So I'll help you out here. Take a deep inhale in here, exhale again, nod the head, send the thigh bones away, and start to roll yourself up. Let's say you get stuff like this. Hold that shape, mindfully rock and roll. Don't go all the way back down, because you want to keep that curl, and you're gonna come up. That'll be your strategy for getting up if you're having a hard time coming up. Reach your arms forward, exhale, coming right back down. And I always say, hands behind the thighs if we need to, that, you know, later on the day, that's easier for me. First thing in the morning, that's tough. I have to rock and roll to come up. So draw the knees into your chest. Hands go to the shins now, if you like. If you feel like you want to keep the back leg, feel free. I'm just giving us another option. Hands to the shins. Deep inhale in here, exhale, nod the head, send the thigh bones away. Just to roll yourself up. It is a tighter shape, might take you a little bit longer to come up. Maybe you need to do that little rock and roll strategy. Reach your arms forward, lengthen the spine, exhale, scoop, curl, round yourself down, rolling through. Yeah. Yeah, and I'll show you that strategy again with hand on top of the legs. So draw the knees into the chest, hands on top of the legs. Take a deep inhale in here, exhale, nod the head, send the thigh bones away, to roll yourself up. Again, if I get stuck, hold that shape and mindfully rock and roll to come up as long as it feels okay for me. Yeah. And then just use that mindful rock and roll to come up. Go ahead and shake out the legs. So I'm going to use the roller here in a moment, but I want us to get us prepared for that. So you can have a choice of placing your roller into your hands, but some of us might need to have the hands behind the thighs for this first one. So Just know, and sometimes the roller can feel a little bit heavy. So reach the roller in front of you, even though it's made of styrofoam, right? Take a deep inhale in here, exhale, and roll yourself back halfway. Pause. Deep inhale in here, exhale, roll back 1 inch. Yeah. Inhale in here, exhale, roll back 1 inch. Maybe you just stay here. This is enough for you. Just hold and scoot. Maybe you're ready to join me. Exhale, roll back 1 inch. Inhale in here, exhale, roll back 1 inch. Pause. Inhale in here, exhale, roll yourself all the way up and shake it out. So we're going to leave that there, but I'm going to have us come to a halo. So you can either interlace your fingers, one hand layered over the other. I'm going to swing your arms around either to the back of the skull, if that works for you. Some of us might need to come to the front of the skull to make that circle. Either way is fine. So you can do that with the hands. If you want to try it with the roller, you can. Just know the roller is going to be a little bit different. It is a little bit weight. So when it goes back, it goes either in front of you or behind you, and it might just take a little negotiation. And it's also changed the weight balance that will happen, right? All right, so reach the arms forward. Inhale in here, exhale, curl, roll back halfway. Here we go. Any direction you like, you're gonna do a halo over one direction, halo in the other direction. Come forward with the arms, roll back 1 inch. Now you can do that whole halo again in one direction in front of the skull, right? It's just gonna be a smaller circle and forward, roll back 1 inch. Let's go the other way, back, if you like, or in front of the skull, and other way. Roll back 1 inch, we'll go to that same direction because I did twice in the other. Yeah, and all the way back around. Pause here, reach the arms forward. Keep the roller if you got it, roll all the way down, lengthen out the legs, arms overhead, legs long in front. And I'll do one of the usual abdominals that we do. So I'm gonna have you draw your knees into your chest, back imprints, flip the arms up towards the ceiling, still holding onto the roller. Both knees in, back is imprinted. Exhale, roll up to your abdominal curl. Keep the right knee there, so the left leg out long. Inhale here, you're gonna switch sides. Inhale, switch sides, exhale, and exhale. This is familiar, right? Inhale, inhale, exhale. Exhale, really stretch that leg out and really pull the other leg in. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, last one, reset, and exhale, exhale, pull in, roll yourself down, look right, look left. Right, do any releases that you would like to do here. And you're gonna place the roller underneath the triangle of your legs. If you choose to use the roller over your bridges, you might be like, I'm opting out of the roller today, place the roller to the side, totally fine. If you're gonna use that roller, you're gonna place the roller underneath the arches of your feet. Everyone has a choice of keeping your arms down onto the mat, right? That gives you the biggest space of support. Take some of that base of support away, bend the elbows. So now the upper arms are just your base of support, or take the entire arm base support up and away and just flip the arms up. Yeah, there's a choice, it's up to you. We're gonna come up to a full bridge. So you're halfway up is either rolling, articulated up, flat back up, same thing on the way down, rolling down or flat back down, or a combination of all of that. It's up to you, your pathway, it's your choice. I encourage you to find the center line of the body. You know, I like to drift to the left, so we're trying to keep myself in the center. Deep inhale in here, exhale, scoop, curl, float yourself up, find your bridge. Yeah, inhale in here, exhale, coming right back down. Finding neutral. Inhale in here, exhale again, scoop, curl, float yourself up, find your bridge. Inhale in here, exhale, coming right back down. So this next bridge set is going to be more endurance oriented. Inhale in here, exhale, scoop, curl, float yourself up, find your bridge. You'll see what I mean in a second. Inhale in here, exhale, coming right back down, right through. Inhale in here, exhale, scoop, curl, float yourself up, find your bridge. Hold that bridge here. Now you're going to come down 1 or 2 inches from your pelvis. You're going to pulse up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Right leg close to tabletop. Inhale that foot back down. Left leg close up, tabletop. Inhale back down. Right leg tabletop. Inhale down. Exhale, left leg tabletop. Inhale down. Here we go. Right leg tabletop. Extend the right leg up. Right leg drops down. The high standing left leg. So flex your foot. One foot up. Flex the foot down. Point the foot up. Flex the foot down. Point the foot up. One more time. Flex the foot down. Point the foot up. Bring the leg back to tabletop. Foot goes back down. Put the hips up higher. Left leg to tabletop. Extend the left leg up. Left leg drops down. The high standing right leg. So flex your foot. Point the foot up. Flex the foot down. Point the foot up. Flex the foot down, point the foot up, flex the foot down, point the foot up, pause, bring the leg back to tabletop, foot goes back down, foot those hips up higher, come all the way down, lengthen out your legs once. We got one more variation here. So just to make it clear for all of us, go ahead and bend your knees, feet flat on the mat or on the roller. So let's bring one leg to tabletop. You're gonna shoot it out, circle it up, and bring it back in. So that's gonna be like a bicycle, right? And then we can reverse it, going up, down, and in. Up, down, and in, right? So out, up and in, up, down, and in. But we do that in a bridge. So, and it'll be a short set, don't worry. So here we go. Deep inhale in here. Exhale, scoot the belly, curl the tailbone, float yourself up, find your bridge. Right leg to tabletop, extend the right leg back. Foot pointed or flexed, your choice. Drop the leg, pull it in, and extend it up. Drop, pull it in, extend it up one more time. Drop, pull it in, extend it up. Now, bend the leg, shoot it out and up. Bend, shoot it out and up. Last one. Bend, shoot it out and up. Pause, leg to tabletop, foot goes back down. Float the hips up higher, left leg to tabletop, extend the left leg up. Pointed foot or flex foot, your choice. Drop it, pull it in and up. Drop, in and up. Drop, in and up. Pause. Bend, shoot it out and up. Circle. Bend, shoot it out and up. Bend, shoot it out and up. Pause, bring the leg back to tabletop, foot goes back down. Float those hips up higher, exhale, come all the way down. Lengthen out your legs. So from here, rocking rolling the calves out, maybe just full collapse, internal, external rotation. Maybe going all the way to the backs of the thighs here for a little hamstring love. It's fine. Okay, we have one transition. So I'm going to leave us with the roller at the ankles if that works for you. So we're going to roll up with straight legs on the roller. That might not work for you. Remember the hand behind the thigh on the shin. Do that without the roller. It's totally fine if that helps you come up. Remember, we're going to have one. Reach the arms up. Legs in parallel if you're joining me with on the roller. Reach the arms back, ribs drop down, just like what we did in the beginning. Bring the arms forward, nod the head, the spine, run yourself up and over, and shake it out. All right, from here, we're gonna transition onto the belly. We're gonna use the roller for the first couple of sets, and then we'll ditch it. I'm doing a shorter extension on their belly because I have some other extensions coming down the pike here near the end of class, because we're almost at the end of class. So from here, you're gonna come onto your belly, and center the forearms on the roller, palms face each other, legs behind you. So your legs can be together, separated, turned out, or parallel. It's up to you. I go for a turnout position of the legs and slight separation, works best for me. Take a deep inhale in here, exhale, pull that roller towards you, put the head and upper spine up, keep the front bottom ribs connected to the mat. Inhale in here, exhale, coming right back down. We only got 3 more of these. Exhale, pull that roller towards you, put the head and upper spine up, and then come right back down. Put the head and upper spine up, and come back down. Last one here, for the head and upper spine up. Yeah, and then come back down. Release the roller. Don't let it go though. I mean, don't let it get too far away from you. Find yourself into a child's pose just for a moment. Don't worry, I'll give you a little bit longer child's pose in a second. Then you're gonna come to all fours. So I'm gonna offer up hands onto the roller, then all fours position, which means the torso will be a little bit higher. That's unstable for the wrist, so if that's too much, just place your hands onto the mat, it's totally fine. We're only gonna be here for 2 variations, so, and then we all join ourselves together with hands on the mat, right? From here, find that your natural curve, relative neutral. Just a little cat-cow to start off with. Take a deep inhale in here, exhale, drop the head, curl the tailbone, scoop the belly up and in. Inhale, opposite action to that, back the head toward the tailbone towards back the head. Exhale, ground, curling around. Inhale to arc. Exhale, curling around. Inhale to arc, and then find neutral. From here, all I want you to do is send the right leg up behind you without tipping your hip up towards the ceiling. Bring the leg right back in. So you want to try to keep the hips level to the ground, left leg goes out, which might not feel like your leg comes up very high, that's fine. I'm just trying to find more levelness to the pelvis. Right leg extends out, bring it back in, last one. Left leg extends out, bring it back in. Find yourself child's pose on the roller off. Then as promised, we're gonna send that roller away and then find ourselves to all fours again. So hands right underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. So you're gonna feel your legs can go a little bit higher now. So you're gonna send that right leg out long. See if you can level your hips here and just pull that right leg up for 8, long leg, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna combine this. Now keep that leg there. You're gonna bend the elbows, let the leg float up as your chest drops down and come right back up. Bending the elbows close to the ribs, so it's more tricep, and bending and up. You got this one more time. Bend, so go dip and up, pull the knee in. So it's like those old 70s water bird dippers into the water. Some sort of scientific experiment that I'm not gonna be able to recall right now. I'm gonna go ahead and lengthen out that left leg. Keep the hips level and even. Leg is long, pulse that leg up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We just got 3 tricep dips. Keep that leg long, dip the chest, leg goes up, and then come right back up. Elbows hug to the side of the ribs, scoop the belly. And up, last one. Elbows in, leg up, pressing up, knee comes down, child's pose. Maybe it's cat pose, maybe it's a seated pose, maybe it's another release pose that works for you. Find what works. And then you'll take a deep inhale in here, actually gonna roll up to the base of the spine. 1 vertebra at a time, the head's gonna be last to ride, shoulders go from the back, chin becomes parallel to the ground. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and come to standing. I'm running out of time today. Whoa, let's make sure I don't trip on that roller. So the roller is done for the day, thank God, all right, for some, right? So let's start in the parallel. I'm gonna have us do 3 squats. 3 in parallel and 3 in a turned out wide-ish stance, yeah? Same thing, knees track with the second, third toes. When we go to turn out, knees press outward. All cases, there will be a hip hinge, arms reach forward, keep the gaze forward. You find the range of motion that works for you, all right? Find that functional parallel position, and we only got 3 here. So take a deep inhale in here, exhale, squat in parallel, and then stand all the way back up. Here's 2, all the way back up. Last one is 3 of this one. 3 all the way up, widen the center of your legs, turn out, and we squat and up. Here's 2 and up. Here's 3 and up. Pause. Okay, because we're running out of time, I'm just gonna push us through. So we're gonna do parallel legs, finding your deep-ish ISH squat with that torso dip. We're gonna, once we find our squat, we'll do 3 pulses. And then as you stand up, you're gonna swing your arms up and find your flamingo pose, yeah? When we do it and turn out, it'll be a short set. Again, we'll do 3 pulses, and then you'll shift, you need to shift over to that standing leg. And this flamingo leg could be turned out or parallel, whatever works for you, right? Because you have to shift, balance a little bit challenging. If you're with me early in the week, I was all over the map on one side. Let's start in parallel. It'll be a short, quick set, all right? So here you go, you're gonna bend the knees, find your deep squat around the spine, and do 3 pulses, 2, 1, swing the arms up, balance. See, I've already fallen. Place the arms down. Here we go for 3. 3, 2, 1, and up. And down. We've got one more time each side in parallel. You're gonna go bending the knees, dropping the torso. 3, 2, 1, stand it up. Ooh, caught up this time. Arms drop down, and we got, oh, I'm winding the stance. Here we go for 3, 2, 1, stand it up. And place the arms down. Let's go to the wide stance. Again, we're gonna shift. I'm gonna always shift to the left first and to the right, right? So we're gonna fold that torso, bend the knees, press the knees outward, drop the arms through. We got 3 pulses. 3, 2, 1, coming up. Drop that one. Arms and leg comes down. We fold the torso, bend the knees. 3, 2, 1, coming up and coming down. And let's make a note here. You don't have to bring your knee, sorry, your toe to your knee. You can always go to the ankle that works better for you. We got one more set each side. Here we go. Fold the torso, bend the knees. 1, 2, 3, swinging up. Ooh, got off balance. There we go. There it is again. All right. And here we go. Pulse, 2, 3, and up. And shake it out. Yeah, that side, my left side, problematic this week. All right. So I got a request for the plank to demonstrate this. So if you're dropping to your plank right now, you might want to watch this first. This is going to be what's affectionately termed as a snake, but on the mat. Snake is usually done on the reformer. We can certainly do it on the mat. I teach it to people on the mat so that when they get to the reformer, they're like, oh, okay. You're gonna take one leg, you'll cross it over the other. So the leg will be turned out. This bottom leg will always remain bent. Let's do a little profile. And then that same bent leg, that arm is gonna be slightly forward the shoulder, the other arm will be right up in line with the shoulder. And I'll show this on the floor in a second, right? And then when we're in that position, you're gonna actually extend the spine, drop the pelvis. I'll demonstrate once. I believe we only have time to do 2 on each side, but let me demonstrate it once. So I'm gonna bend that leg, and remember that heel, I may not have made that very clear, that heel is up that bent leg, right? And when you go into your plank, you try to keep both feet onto the ground. It's easy to lift that back leg up. I'm gonna reach my arms up, I'm gonna dive forward. Same thing that we always do. You might need to bend your knees a little lot, walk your hands out. Now this left hand's gonna come forward. And then I'm gonna drop my pelvis, lift the head and chest up. Then from there, I'm gonna pike up. And I'll repeat that. Keep that bottom leg bent, lift head and chest up, pike up, and I'll walk myself back. And then roll myself fully up. All right, so let's do that together and we'll do it to the other side. It's gonna be 2 on one side, pike and down, pike and roll up, okay? So we start standing, cross that leg over, reach the arms up, dive yourself forward. Hands on the ground, walk yourself out. That left arm's gonna come forward, right hand's gonna be underneath the shoulder. Now drop the pelvis, lift the head and chest up, pike, or sorry, extend, and you're gonna pike the hips up. You keep your hands there. So the pike's not gonna feel very big. Coming forward, lift the head and chest, drop the pelvis. There's your snake. And come right back up, walk your hands back, get that foot down, then roll yourself all the way up. I know rolling up can be a little shaky. All right, so especially after being down for a minute. Again, I'm just facing the camera, so I'm gonna cross over. Remember that heel is up, that right arm's gonna come forward to the shoulder. Whatever position that works for you. I also should say, if you just wanna do this in a plank position with both hands underneath your shoulders, totally fine. Should have said that earlier, sorry. So if you wanna do the other side or just do this without doing that, it's totally fine. Because there is no other side if you're just doing both arms on the floor and both legs on the floor. So reach the arms up. Hopefully that leg is bent if you're joining me. Go ahead and come down. Place your hands on the ground, walk yourself forward, find your plank. Right hand is gonna be forward, left hand's underneath the shoulder. Drop the pelvis, lift the head and chest up. From here, pike the hips up. So you may not find that this is very big, that's fine. Come back to your plank, drop the pelvis, lift the head and chest up. This is your snake. Yeah, pike the hips up, walk yourself back. Get that foot, back foot down, roll yourself all the way up. Shake it out. No transition. Let's just come onto all fours. Thank God. Right. And then you can either press yourself into a child's pose, maybe going right to your cat pose, maybe going to your seated pose, whatever works for you. Find release. Deep inhale in here, exhale, walk the hands over to the right. Deep inhale in here, exhale, walk the hands back to center. Then deep inhale in here, exhale, walk the hands over to the left. Stretching out. Deep inhale in here, exhale, walk the hands back to the center line. Widen the stance of your hands here. Press your hands on the floor. If you're in child's pose, your booty will reach down towards your heels. If you're in cat pose, your lower and upper spine will reach toward the ceiling. If you're in seated pose, whether your hands be on the floor or your thighs, you'll rock behind your sit bones. Deep inhale in here, exhale, walk your hands back. So you're gonna roll yourself up to an upright torso position. So some of us will be onto your heels, that feels fine. You might need to come on to your knees, it's also fine, maybe a different position. Just find an upright posture. Then you're gonna stretch it and you can keep your eyes gently closed or closed all the way or just a softness to the gaze. Inhale to the sides and backs of the ribs. Exhale, scoop the belly, draw the navel up and in, elongate the spine, shoot the crown of the head to the ceiling. And again, inhaling to the sides and the back. And then exhale, sink the belly, draw the navel up and in, elongate the spine. Next, inhale, shrug the shoulders up the ears. On the exhale, slide the shoulder blades down away from the ears, gently, not trying to shove them down. Elongate the spine, shoot the crown of the head to the ceiling. If you're ready, you're gonna come onto your knees and curl your toes under. You might already be there, that's fine. You're gonna bring whatever leg forward you like. So you're gonna be in a 90-degree lunge, right? So I'm bringing my right leg forward. You can bring your left leg, it's fine. You can use a wall, you can use your roller, a chair, maybe hands on the thighs. If you need some support, that's fine. Because we're gonna come up standing. You just drop your arms down to your side. Wherever your hands are, your support is, lean forward to that front foot. Place weight into that front foot, work yourself up to standing, other foot next to it. On the inhale, shrug the shoulders up the ears and a shoulder shrug. And in a gentle way, slide the shoulder blades down the back. You're not trying to shove them down, just let them drift down naturally as you elongate the spine. Shoot the crown of the head through the ceiling, getting into a nice, upright posture, something that doesn't require too much tension. Yeah, but lengthened and proud. All right, very good, you guys. I'm sweating. All right, very good. Good job. I'm gonna stop the recording. Look forward to seeing you next time.